So what I've done with this particular piece of code is I've taken the 4 arrays and I've put them into a new array that I've called grades. But as you can see, each element, for example this bit, in the array is actually another array inside it. So what I've actually got is a 2D structure built into the array. So the easiest way for you to see that, and the way that you're more than happy to be coded, is I can put some spaces in. So if I look at what's going on in between these things, and I just make it the structure a little bit more easy to see. So now what I've got is I've got these pieces of data in the new system, okay, and that new system still works. So I can still do the same things I was doing before. So let's say I print the grades array. I run it and I get the output there. So as you can see, same kind of thing going on. Okay, so the question is now, what happens if I use the same thing as I used before and I only print one element? So let's try that. Let's print the grades element 0 and see what output that gives me. So I'm going to clear the output. So what I should get is the array again, and now I should only get the 0 element. So let's see what that does. So what it's actually done is it's printed that element there. Okay, so if I change that to 1, what I'm predicting is that it will print this information here about Billy. So let's try that. And yep, there it is. It's printed the Billy information. Okay, so how do I get just one piece of the array inside an array? So what I do is I use a 2D I'll use a 2D reference structure. What I can do is say, okay, if I call this 0, so that's the 0 element, what element is this going to be in that element? Well, it should be 0, 0. So let's change the code and try that. So what I'm expecting now is only the 0, 0, so the first element in the first part of the array. So to run that. And what I end up with is Alfie, which is exactly what I was expecting. Okay, so now I can get an individual reference. Let's have a quick look and see if I can get Bilal's first test result there. So that's going to be array 0, 1, 2. So the first number I'm going to need is 2. And it's going to be element 1 because it's 0, 1, 2, 3. So I want element 1. So my prediction is I'm going to end up with the output 43. So to run it, there you go, 43 from the 0, 1, 2th element, 1, 0, 1, there you go. So 2, 0, 1, 2, 1 is 0, 1. It's a reference system, a bit like graphs. Okay, so let's see what happens if I try and iterate through an array. So I'm going to say for a number, and this is going to be 0, 1. So if I look at it like a graph, it's like a y coordinate. So y in range, open brackets, 0, comma, the length of grades, like I've done before. Okay, and I'm just going to print grades y. Okay, so print, comma, the length of the grades, run. So it's printed each of the arrays going 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that is iterating through the array, printing each element, which is itself an array, as you go along. So what I can now do is I can go to this first array and then I can iterate through the array, and I can move to that array and iterate through that just by changing the code a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use for x in range 0 to the length of the grades array, but I'm going to use y. So what that will do is it will look out however long this array is as it works its way through. Okay, put the colon on the end. I'm going to indent the print. And instead of printing Y, I'm going to print the individual components. Okay, so let's clear it so I can see what I'm doing, and I run. And as you can see, what it's done is it's gone, okay, it's gone to the first array, then it's printed each individual element in the array, then it's gone back to the for loop with the Y in it and printed, and then selected the one with Billy, and then the X one has iterated through Billy. So it works its way down all the way through the different arrays.